Hi everyone, I'm Dayanji. I'm an Akashic Records reader and an emotional energy healer, and you're watching Soul Cloud. So if it's your first time here, Soul Cloud is a show where we talk about spiritual concepts and ideas. And then during the second part of the show, we will be doing mini readings for Akashic Records and energy clearings. So if you are interested in getting a mini reading during this live, please type in hashtag calm. We will be doing this, we'll be drawing this randomly through the giveaway tool. Oops, I hit that twice. Okay, the hashtag for today is hashtag calm. So please enter it if you haven't done it yet. Hi, Jax. Hi, Crystal. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Brina. Thank you, everyone, for being here. We started an hour earlier today. But for me, this used to be like the previous time zone or the time slot for me. That's 5 a.m. Hello, Time Matters. Hello and welcome. So we have been doing this mini series here on Soul Cloud about breath work, and this is the third and last part of that mini series. Um, I'm trying something new here. There we go. Okay. So during the first two parts, first part is about what our breath is and how it has appeared in different cultures. So we know that it is a life force. And during part two, we explored breath as a messenger and showing us what our emotional landscapes look like. So if you missed those parts, no worries. The replay is available on my channel. Please make sure that you check them out. So that is what is for today is the part three, wherein our breath becomes the portal or a shortcut. It's like an open secret that when we take deep breaths, we calm down and our nervous system resets, right? But yeah, what we are going to talk about today. Today is how we apply the knowledge that we gained from the past two episodes into really putting it into practice. So today we are going to do more of practice. So the breath brings us back to presence. What is presence? It's being present. It comes from the word. Oh, wait. I think I forgot to do something. Here we go. Hi, Barbara. Okay. Presence feels like it's spacious, but not empty. It feels soft, but awake. It feels grounded, but not heavy. It's this big, mystical state, almost. For me, when I feel present, it feels like I'm one with the world or one with the universe. It's the place where intuition stops whispering and starts speaking clearly. Presence is our home frequency. Kimi says absolutely, it's in between the breath in the stillness where we can connect. Yeah, you get it. You get it, Kimi. So, why the breath pulls us back to the present? Here's the magic plus the science. So, our breath has a direct hotline to our nervous system. During the first part, we talked about the merging of science and spirituality when it comes to breath. Um, it's like I forgot the word. It's autonomous. It's not autonomous. Autonomic. There we go. I think it's autonomic, wherein most of our bodily functions, our systems, we do them without really thinking, except for the breath. It's something that we can control. It's the only thing that we can really control that is connected to our nervous system. So when we breathe fast, our body thinks, oh, something's happening. Have you noticed that? It feels like that. So when we breathe slow, our body thinks, oh, we're safe now. So it's like a life hack to know those two shortcuts. Not mind mindset shifts, not journaling. This is something that works very quickly. So compared to journaling and mindset shifts, so these are beautiful, but they take time. So when we are feeling anxious, this is something that we can do in a snap. That's why it feels like a shortcut. It's an open secret. Leah says we breathe before we are. That's a fantastic idea. It's something that we do when we first come into earth. Even the doctors, they slap slam our butts to make us cry, just to make sure that we are breathing. So it is very important. So whenever we take deep breaths, it just takes seconds and it bypasses the story. It connects us to the present and it goes straight to the body and says, let's calm down. Again, that is the hashtag for today, hashtag calm. So if you just came on and you would like to enter the draw for a reading, please type in hashtag calm. So these are some of the different tools, practical tools that I use and I would like to try with you. So first is box breathing. Unfortunately, this thing doesn't make the animations go, but it's supposed to go 4 4 4, and the ball is supposed to go round and round and round. But we inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold for 4 again. And this is something that we can do when we feel overwhelmed and we have so much things in mind and we are overstimulated. So if you are feeling any of that today, this is something that you can try out just to connect. And it doesn't take a lot of time. So take 4 deep breaths. Inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and hold for 4. That's why it's box. So inhale for 4. Exhale for 4. Hold for 4. And then you do it over and over again. So this is like the too many tabs are open in my brain. Just like in Chrome, just like in your browser. This puts our body back in rhythm. And our system recognizes that we are safe and we are steady. We are calm. Again, it's a mental hack. So next is the diaphragmatic or belly breathing. This can go with other techniques as well. But this just shows that our stomach is inflating whenever we do breathing exercises. So these are deep belly expansions. And it's best when we are feeling anxious and we feel this emotional tightness. And it's also good for grounding. So we can do this. And what are this type of exercise tells our bodies that, hey, let's soften that armor a little bit. Beautiful. Okay. Mangled Unicorn is saying, why is my browser running slow? Yeah. It's the same with our mind when it's filled with a lot of things like worries, fears, anxiety. And even though we don't think about it that way, like our bills or rent. Like, why is my internet running slow? That was what was going on in my mind during the last episode when my internet was fudging up. So I was doing this in between. Hi, Mona. Okay. This is another one. The resonant heart breathing. We've done this before where we inhale for 4 and then exhale for 6. So what it does whenever we exhale longer than than inhaling is that it signals the parasympathetic nervous system, the steady and calm and present part of us. So it brings us back again to calm. It's best when we feel overwhelmed and we feel that emotional intensity. Like whenever we got in an argument or, we fought with friends or family, this is something that we can do. Okay. You can tell the other person, okay, give me a minute. I'm just going to breathe so I can think better and so that we can talk clearer. You can do that. It tells our body that, hey, settle down. It tells our heart rate to settle down and it provides us clarity. So this isn't just breath work. This is emotional tuning. It's very useful for that. So this is one of my favorites. It's called Smell the Flower and then Blow Out the Candle. It's very playful and it's the cutest one. Put it simply, it's the cutest one. So we imagine that we are smelling a candle. Oh, sorry, we are smelling the flower. And then we blow out the candle. like it's our birthday. And it's best for stress and quick resets. So moments when we feel like we need grounding but don't want anything complicated. That's why it's very easy to remember. It just takes an inhale and an exhale. So this also teaches the inner child to trust and calm down again. So this breath is simple, soothing, surprisingly effective. Really surprisingly effective, especially when we're in motion around people. So returning to presence, real magic isn't just knowing these tools, it's practicing them before we're overwhelmed or when we notice that we are overwhelmed, because this is what these tools are. This is for the times that when we feel overwhelmed. So every time we return to presence during our breath, we're building a path that our body remembers. So it's return, reset, and then realign. The example that I gave you a while ago is when we feel like whenever we had conflict with someone and we need to that reset so that we can think again and so that we don't like regret anything or we don't say anything that we will regret later. So our breath becomes a doorway, or sometimes I think of it as a portal. Our breath becomes a doorway, our presence becomes the room, and our body learns how to walk there on its own. So our breath knew the shortcut all along. So anytime we feel scattered, stressed, or stretched thin or emotionally flooded, don't forget this episode. You don't have to think your way back really. You can just do the cute one. The very easy to remember, smell the flowers and blow the candles. You can do that very for a very short period of time. You can breathe your way back and your breath has been waiting to lead you home. So we just need to keep following it. Hi Pamela, hi Kelly. Thank you everyone for being here. Ta-da! Okay, we are going to draw for giveaway using the giveaway tool later. I'm going to draw for 3 people, but before that, we are going to open the Akashic records again. Soul Cloud is a show where for the second part of the show we do mini readings, mini Akashic records readings or energy clearings. So we are going to open the Akashic records first. Let's do the playful one today. Let's do the smell the flower and blow out the candle. Let's do that 3 times. So smell the flower and blow out the candle. Smell the flower and blow out the candle. And last one. Only the highest frequency of love and light can remain in the sacred space, and all objects in the sacred space for the highest good of this group, consisting of myself, those who are watching right now, those who will join us later, and those who will watch the replay. All other energies must leave now. All other energies must leave now. All other energies must leave now. Now I call in the highest level of the divine that knows that love is the power and the truth from which we read, our highest level guides and angels to help us with this reading. Archangel Michael and Archangel Metatron, please hold this sacred space. And so it is. And so we do acknowledge the forces of light asking for guidance, direction, and courage to know the truth as it is revealed for our highest good, the highest good of all, the most benevolent outcome. Akashic Records Master, Spirit Guides, and Angels, please let us know this group in the light of the Akashic Records and enable us to share the wisdom and compassion that the Masters, teachers, and loved ones have for us. The records are now open. Okay, again, the hashtag today is hashtag calm. If you haven't entered it yet, please do so. Pamela, that's so cute. Pamela says, my son's favorite, blowing out the candles. Yeah, I imagine every time that it's my birthday and I'm blowing out my birthday candles. Thank you so much, Kimmy. Yes, please remember to hit the subscribe button, especially if you're watching the replay and you just stumbled on this video and you'd like to take part on the live streams. This is something that I do every week. The time just changed this week, but usually I do this at 5 p.m. EST. But for this for December, for the month of December, I'll be doing it at 4 p.m. EST, just temporarily. Okay. Bing. Let's draw for 3 people. When your name is drawn, please type in your question. Oh, Pamela. Congratulations, and please type in your question, Pamela. The next person we are reading for is Leah. Congratulations, Leah. And please type in your question. I know Leah has been waiting for this for a while. And last for this round. Fingers crossed. Mona Lee. Congratulations, and please type in your question. Oh, Kelly, it's calm. Hashtag calm. Ping. This might be stressful, Barbara, especially when you don't know that the candles are the ones that stay light or that stay lit up when you blow on them. But I know of those kinds of candles. Those are fun when you're the one lighting them, but not fun when you're the one that's blowing on them. We are going to draw for a few more people later on. Okay, I got your question, Pamela. Okay. And we are still waiting for Leah and Mona. Okay, I see Mona is still here. Jack says, round 1 fight. Yes. So while you are here, and while we are waiting for the people to type in their questions, I will be back again on, I think that's Wednesday, with Annie Bear. I will be guesting on her channel. Please make sure that you also check her channel out. Okay, I got your question, Mona. So I got your question as well, Leah. Let's go. So first question is from Pamela. Any information and healing on what is still holding me back from now or the past? Okay. Is there anything that's still holding Pam back? Okay. I'm getting a yes that there is still something from past life. Okay, show me, please. I'm being shown a portal. Like there's a doorway and you're walking through it. Is this on Earth? Okay, this is on Earth. But when? Okay, you had a past lifetime in Atlantis, Pamela. This is where it was. Okay, more information, please, masters. What was she doing in Atlantis? Why was she walking inside portals? With other people. I'm getting this past lifetime in Atlantis, and they're telling me that you were a scientist during this time and you were working with portals. So these portals lead to other civilizations, like outside of Earth. Because I'm seeing like stars. Whenever you pass through that portal, it's like a different landscape. So you used to work on portals back in Atlantis. But I'm not sensing that you're doing this out of your own volition. Like there is someone behind you, or there was someone behind you who was dictating you to do that. Like, okay, go to this star system and do this and do this and do that. And there came to a point when you didn't like what that person or your bosses were telling you to do. And this is something that you still carry with you in this lifetime. Okay. They're telling me that what's holding you back that stemmed from that lifetime is like doubt. Am I doing the right thing? That's something that you thought of in the past during that lifetime in Atlantis. You didn't want to be controlled anymore, and that was a challenge for you in this lifetime. But the Akashic Records masters are telling me that she's working on it right now. She's working on it beautifully. So it's not necessarily holding you back, Pamela. It's something that you are still working on to be like independent. Okay. Pamela says, I keep seeing a door in my meditation, but I just can't walk through it, no matter even if my physical body is trying. The door, when opened, has a bright blue light. Yes, that's the image that I've been seeing. It's a doorway, and you would walk through it in the past. You were able to do it in the past, but because of that, because of your experience with being controlled or almost manipulated actually by your bosses in doing something that was against your beliefs, that I believe is what was holding you back. Like you felt like you were part of a system wherein you can't do what you truly believe in. And that's something that you're working on. That's part of your mission in this lifetime, is to really find what you want to do and do it without being manipulated and being controlled. So I hope that helps, Pamela. And thank you so much for trusting me to do this reading for you. Mona. Mona says, Diane said fingers crossed. I crossed mine. Yay! It worked. Okay, next up is Leah. Leah asks, may I ask a galactic lifetime or family that is wanting to assist now in the new world? Okay. What lifetime? There is a name popping in my mind. I just want to make sure that it's them. Okay. The name that was popping in my mind was the Lyrans. They are closing. Oh, sorry. They're working closely with you during this time, Leah. Okay. What are you working on with Leah right now? And I'm being shown the feline Lyrans, because there are different types of Lyrans, or different races of Lyrans as well. There are the blue avians, but I'm seeing the feline race is working with you currently. Okay. Anything that is related to a past life for Leah? Masters, can you show me? Okay. There's something that's related to your past life. I'm being shown like very tall trees, Leah. You used to work. Huh. You used to work around tall trees, and I'm being shown you climbing them. I don't know if you used to climb trees when you were small, but I'm being shown that you used to climb those trees, and you would like harvest fruits from those trees. I'm being shown red, looks like an apple, but not quite an apple. It's rounder than an apple. Those are the kind of fruits that you used to pick in Lyra. Okay. How is this going to help Leah in her life right now? They're telling me that this was during the peaceful time in Lyra, so there weren't many draconians during this time. but they're reminding you to connect with trees. I'm hearing hug a tree. Whenever you feel stressed, please hug a tree, Leah, is what they're telling me. Oh, Leah says I was drawing tall trees today. You're remembering that past lifetimes. You used to climb those trees. And it's odd because they're almost like coconut trees where you can't really, you don't have any handles to climb, like, but you climb them very well, almost like a monkey. You just knew how to do it. I wouldn't be able to do it right now. I don't know how to climb trees, but you did very skillfully. You had that skill to climb those tall trees and really pick fruits. But I believe that the message that is coming for you right now is to hug a tree, to help you with grounding and connecting with nature and connecting with that Lyran energy, Leah. They're telling me that you're very much connected to trees. Leah says I'm a monkey. No, you were was it a, was that a tail? Okay, you were like a monkey. You had a tail. I was seeing something that was wiggling. I thought, is that a tail? Yes, you kind of had a monkey tail, Leah. Maybe that's what helped you in climbing trees. I don't know. But I hope that helps. And thank you so much for trusting me to do this reading for you. Okay, last for this round is Monali or Monale Seraphim. There we go. What information does Mona need to know for her highest good and transformation? Okay. I'm going to check for a past lifetime that would be beneficial for you to know and remember for your highest good. I'm being shown like grass, and then there's a family that's standing like on a tall part of the grassland. And they had like this family is a couple, husband and wife, and then there's a daughter. And I'm getting a sense that you were that daughter. In this vision that I'm seeing, you were around 12 to 14 years old, and you were holding a staff, just swaying it like this, and there were sheep. And then you were tapping that staff, tap, tap, tap. And they're telling me that this tapping that you're doing is something that the ships or the ship recognize. Ship. Ship is already plural. The ship recognize, and that's how they come back to you. That's like their signal that it's time to come home. Okay, the message for you, I think if you're not doing tapping, please try to look into that because it's the rhythm of the tap that's bringing the ship back, and they're telling me that it is a talent. It wasn't just in this lifetime. Tapping is something that you have done several lifetimes ago, maybe even in your galactic lifetimes. It brings you back home. Ugh, I'm getting chills. Tapping brings you back home. So for the people who watch the first part, it might be breathing, but for you it's tapping. You might tap like different parts of your body. I'm not very well versed in this, but there is like a study about tapping wherein you tap different parts of your body and then it does something. It grounds. So for you, it's tapping. I'm going to check if there are any more messages for this. I mean, from this lifetime. They're telling me that you felt very peaceful and calm, especially during that scene that they're showing me that you're just on top of um like this grassland and you're just calling back the sheep. And they're telling me like life doesn't need to be complicated for you to be happy. That was a lesson that you learned from that lifetime, Mona. Oh, Mona says I tap my chest for lymphatic drainage. Yes, they are encouraging you to do that, to tap. to do tapping. Mangle Unicorn says it's the CTT technique. Thank you so much. I wasn't very familiar with that, but I knew that there was techniques and stuff. I'm going to take note of this so I can research it better. CTT technique. But it's something that Mona has been doing. And Mona says, my friends tell me I'm peaceful and calm. The ship also find you very peaceful and calm. Denise says, tapping is also good for waking up meridians. Awesome. This is awesome information, everyone. Thank you so much for sharing that with me and for sharing it with everyone. So now we are going to draw for the next set of people we are reading for. If you haven't done it yet, please type in hashtag call to enter the draw for an Akashic Records reading and or clearing. Bing. Sonia Claiborne, please type in your question. Oh, I won. Congratulations to me. I'm very lucky when it comes to giveaway tools. Brina41. Brina, congratulations, and please type in your question. Last for this round. Kimmy Kinseth. Congratulations, and please type in your question. There we go. Really? Yes, really. You got drawn, Kim. Okay, I got your question, Sonia. Yes, clearings. I can also do mini clearings. It's no substitute for a full session, but it also helps. Also, I do private readings, everyone. My email is in the description if you'd like to book a private reading with me. I got your question, Brina. Hi, Satofi. Sue is here. Linda Kelzer is here. Hi. Mary Thornberry. Hi. Pamela Anderson is here. Hi. I am Lulu is sharing in therapy. It's called art therapy, action reactive therapy. It engages a different side of your brain to release locked trauma and memory. Whoa, that's fascinating. This is the tapping that we were talking about earlier. Awesome. It makes sense because, tapping is also frequency. There is frequency in tapping. And frequency is vibration. And vibration heals. That makes a lot of sense. Now I'm interested in that. I'm going down a rabbit hole later. When I have time later. Okay, we are still waiting for... Okay, Kim. Okay, I got you. So clearing. Clearing for Kim. Or Kimberly. So first up we have Sonia. What is keeping my chakra from opening? So we have 7 basic chakras or main chakras that are along our body. So we are going to focus on that for today and just choose one and see if there are any or there's any that's blocked. And I'm getting it's your solar plexus that's blocked. Okay, is this from this present lifetime? Okay. So, so everyone, whenever I introduce myself, I tell people that I'm an emotional energy healer. So when I do healings or clearings, we release or we clear trapped emotional energies that block our body or parts of our body or our chakras. For you, Sonia, I'm seeing that it's your solar plexus that's blocked. And it's not something that came from a past lifetime. This is something that you are experiencing in this lifetime. This, whatever this is blocking, this thing that's blocking you is from this lifetime. Can you show me, please? And it's something that's affecting your self confidence, is what I'm hearing. Is it feeling unworthy? I'm going to put this up. I haven't shown this at all today, but this is my Mjolnir hammer. This is something that reminds me that I am worthy. Because I also had this kind of issue, Sonia, wherein I struggled a lot with my self worth. I feel like, or I felt like, um, I'm not worth anything if I don't do anything, or that I'm not worth anything unless I'm being productive. And it's something that I'm also feeling from you, but I recognize it in your energy that you might feel like, hey, I'm not as worthy as the other person that's next to me. It's not true. You're just as worthy as the next person and whoever you see on television or on videos. Sonia says sounds right, and yes. Yeah, it's feeling unworthy. So this is something that you can do every morning to help you with your solar plexus. We are going to unblock it, but moving forward, you can do this. So you can face a mirror every day and just notice everything that's different or beautiful about you. Tell yourself, hey, you have your hair looks pretty today, or your eyes look extra bright today. Tell that to yourself. Then afterward, tell yourself, I am worthy. I am worthy of love. I am worthy of forgiveness. I'm as worthy as anyone else. So talk to yourself in the mirror and tell yourself that you're worthy. So, Sonia, without further ado, please let me know if this is something that you want to be cleared. Again, the energy that we are clearing is the feeling of unworthiness. So we're not going too much into the Akashic record since this is from the present lifetime. There we go. Yes, I am worthy. Say this to yourself, especially when you're looking in the mirror. I am worthy. Okay, I got you, Sonia. And for this, I'm going to use my pendulum Mjolnir. So again, this pendulum doesn't necessarily do anything. The healing happens in the quantum field. Even without the pendulum, the healing is going to take place. But this just indicates when the clearing has started and when the clearing has ended. I call in Archangel Raphael and request the clearing of this trapped emotion of feeling unworthy, feeling worthless. From Sonia's physical body, her energy body, in all timelines, in all lifetimes, in the past, present, and future, for her highest good, the highest good of all, the most benevolent outcome. Archangel Raphael, we ask that this trapped emotion be cleared. And it's done. So aside from facing the mirror and telling yourself that you're worthy, Sonia, and doing affirmations that are related to self-worth, um, you can also wear yellow clothes or accessories. Yellow or gold would also help your solar plexus just maintain its balance. So I hope that helps, Sonia. And thank you so much for trusting me to do this clearing for you. Oh, that's a good idea and a good suggestion, Kimberly. Look in the mirror 3 times a day and tell yourself you love you unconditionally. Yeah, that sounds good. Sonia says yellow I have. Oh, great. Next up, we have Rena, who is asking me, I have a reading and clearing on a past life that is affecting me most right now. Okay. Past lifetime is affecting Rena right now. I'm seeing a wolf. What's this wolf, Brina? Is this like a pet? A pet wolf. Or is it just a dog that looks like a wolf? Oh, it's a dog. Okay. I just clarified with the Akashic Records masters whether the animal that I was seeing was a wolf or a dog. And they were telling me, no, it's just a dog that looks like a wolf. So it looks like a husky. Okay. This is a past lifetime where you had a pet husky. How is this affecting Brina right now? Okay. So Brina, you asked for a clearing. This is something that isn't like necessary for this reading. There because there is no like trapped emotion from this one. But the lifetime that I'm seeing is that you're a woman in her like mid 20s is my estimation for your age. This is in Northern Europe, is what you're telling me. And you had a pet husky during this lifetime. And what they want to bring up from this lifetime is your kindness to everyone. Like people told that I'm hearing that other people were very scared of that husky and they wouldn't come near it. But you're someone who was very kind and compassionate to everyone, to enemy everyone, even including animals. Like I'm being shown that this husky didn't look like that. It didn't look like the wolf. There was a point when it looked very skinny because it couldn't hunt. It was very small for his age. But you nursed that husky back to health. You nursed them back to health and without any judgment and without really asking for anything in return. So the Akashic Records masters want to highlight that part of you and remind you that, hey, you're this person. I don't know what you're going through right now, Brina, or what's happening in your life, but the Akashic Records masters want to let you know that you're a very kind and compassionate being. And they want to connect you with that part of you in the past who was like this, who was very kind and compassionate, even to animals who were helpless. So I hope that helps, Brina. And thank you so much for trusting me to do this reading for you. Oh, I'm glad it makes sense, Brina. They are. They really are. Okay, next up we have Kimberly, who is asking for an energy clearing. So I'm going to ask your guides what kind of energy clearing would be most beneficial for you in this moment, Kimberly. Just one. It's from another person. A situation. Okay. So Kimmy, what I'm getting for you is that there is an energy cord that is attached to you currently, but it's not from a person. Most often than not, energy cords are coming from other person, but for you, they're telling me that it's a situation that is not holding you back, but something that's in your mind often, and it's draining you. The situation is draining you. That's why there is an energy cord there. I'm going to see if there are any like more information about this. Is this in her throat? Okay. The energy cord is around your neck area, your throat. So it's a situation where you feel like you can't speak or you can't speak your truth. And if this is something that you would like to be cut, type in yes in the chat. If not, type in no. If you can email me later, I will be sending you a link on how to do this yourself. It's more powerful when you do this yourself. But for this, just this time, we're going to do it. I mean, I'm going to do it for you and Archangel Michael. Kimberly is saying yes. So again, this is something that is draining your energy and keeping you from like speaking your truth. Okay. I call in Archangel Michael. For her high state, all the most benevolent outcome. And it's done, Kimmy. Kimmy said, I had just said I feel drained. Wow, wow, thank you. Yeah. It's one of the reasons. I can't say for certain that it's the only reason, but it's one of the reasons why a lot of people feel drained when there are energy cords that are attached to us. Most often than not, they come from other people who have a high expectations of us and just are pulling on our energy. But for you, they tell me that no, it's from a situation. It's from a situation. So I hope that helps, Kimmy, and thank you so much again. If you can email me, my email is in the description. I'm going to send you like instructions on how you can do this for yourself. You're very welcome, Kimmy. Okay, we are going to draw for another set of people to read. And if you haven't done it yet, please type in. Oops, there you go. Calm. Calm. To enter the draw for an Akashic reading, a mini Akashic Records reading, or energy clearing. I'm going to draw for 4 people this time. And it's going to be the last for this episode. But I will be back again next week. Denise McMullen, congratulations, and please type in your question. Suzanne. Congratulations, Suzanne, and please type in your question. Pamela Anderson, congratulations, and please type in your question. And last for this round, Linda Keltzer. Congratulations, and please type in your question. There we go. Again, that's Denise McMullen, Suzanne, Pamela Anderson, and Linda Keltzer. So while we're waiting for them to type in their questions, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Oh, and after the show, I would very much appreciate it if you would leave a comment, even if it's just 7 emojis. I'm not sure why seven, but that's what I heard from other YouTubers. Like leaving 7 emojis is going to help boost the visibility of this video. So please don't forget to hit the like, subscribe if you're watching the replay and you'd like to take part in the lives in the future. Okay, I have your question, Denise, Suzanne, Pamela. So we are just waiting for Linda Keltzer. Okay. While we're waiting for Linda, I will start reading for the people who have already typed in their questions, starting with Denise. What's best for my highest good that I need to know for right now? Okay. What truth is Denise ready to remember for her highest good there right now? Akashic Records Masters. Oops. I'm being shown like a spaceship, but although it's not something that I've seen before, it's very like long. It's a long shaped spaceship that I don't recognize. So they're showing me a galactic past lifetime. It's galactic, right? Yeah. Okay. Show me where, please. Where was this? Was this in Orion? Okay, Orion. In the belt stars? Or outside? Okay, where? Orion? Bellatrix. Bellatrix. Okay. Show me what happened and why it's relevant to Denise, please. It's odd, Denise. When I'm looking at this lifetime of yours, you were female in this lifetime, and this was in Orion. You had a past lifetime in Orion, particularly in um, one of the star systems there called Bellatrix. It's in the outer part of Orion, and by outer I mean it's not part of the Orion's belt, which means it's a part of the empire or the Orion Empire during that time, and it's not peaceful, to say the least. But what's interesting about that part in galactic history is that there was a resistance who challenged the Orion Empire. You can think of it as Star Wars, where there's the Vader forces or the dark forces, which is the Orion Empire. And then there's the resistance, like Luke Skywalker. You were Leia. You were Princess Leia during that time, Denise. And I kid you not, I was seeing those like two buns, just like Princess Leia. That's why I was surprised. I'm like, was you Princess Leia? You looked like Princess Leia during that time, and you were a badass warrior during that time. You were a part of the Black League resistance who were fighting for the freedom of Orion. And that's something that they want to bring up with you is your challenges right now, or your mission is to help free people. I'm not sure in what sense right now, but they're telling me this has been a recurring mission for you to work on freedom. Freedom, freedom, freedom is what they keep telling me. During that time, you did it by force and by intellect, by strategizing things that can help bring the Orion Empire down. That's how you did it in that lifetime. And there are talents that are like that right now that you still carry. But the Akashic Records Masters are highlighting that regardless of how you do it right now, there is like this direction towards freedom for you. Okay, anything else, Masters, that you would like Denise to know? I asked if there's any like parting message or things that they'd like you to know, and they're like that she was a badass woman in that lifetime and that she still is right now. This is something that you still carry with you, Denise. So thank you so much, and I hope that helps. Oh, Denise, email me, please, for this. Email me. My email is in the description. Next up, we have Suzanne. Suzanne, can you please clarify who they who they are? I mean, who they are? So while you do that, I'm going to go to Pamela Anderson's question first. Pamela is asking, what is my work in the astral? How does it relate to my purpose in this lifetime? Okay. What is she working on? Is she working on the astral realm? Masters. She's working in the astral realm right now. No, a higher dimension. Okay. When she works there, what is she the representative of? Please? Earth. No, okay, show me. She played into. Huh. So first up, I asked Pamela. I asked the Akashic Records Masters if you were working in the astral realm right now. And astral is usually the 4D, fourth dimension. And they told me that no, she's not working there right now, but she's working in higher dimensions. So you're not working through your astral body, you're working through your light body. And it's interesting because they showed me that you're working with the Galactic Federation of Light. And you still look like you, except you have on Pleiadian attire. So you've had past lifetimes as well as a Pleiadian, and when you're working there, you work there as a Pleiadian. Um, and I'm trying to see like in what side of the Galactic Federation you're working on. You work in the Athena or in Pleiades in one of the motherships. Okay, mothership, the military or the medical side. Intelligence. Okay. A lot of people in the community, Pamela, works in on the Athena, but they're showing me a triangular shaped ship. Usually that means one of the Pleiadian motherships. I also work on one, and apparently you also work on one. Um, I believe this is in Taygeta. Your home base is in Taygeta. Whenever you're working for the Galactic Federation, and they're telling me that you work on intelligence. Like you work in the military side and intelligence gathering information from other star systems is your work right now. They're not showing me where. They're telling me it's classified information for now. Okay, this is something that they don't want aired, is what they're telling me. But yeah, you work in the intelligence section. and the military side of the Galactic Federation of Light. That is your current work that you are doing right now. Hi, Jay Roberts, and hi, Kim Red Dragon, who just came on. Oh, Suzanne says, just a clarification on what Suzanne was talking about. Dr. Gale told me that I had surgery. Oh, okay. Thank you so much, Pamela, and I hope that helps. It sounds very exciting when I'm seeing it in my mind, like flying mothership. I don't think that you're a spy necessarily, Pamela. I'm seeing that you're observing other star systems. There. Pamela was asking if she was a spy. I'm not seeing that that was the case. Also, please let me know if I'm lagging. Like the video is lagging. Oh, thank you, Kimberly. Kimberly is saying, my aura is amazing. Are you sure that's not just the fan? I think that's just the fan. I have a fan in front of me. Okay. I'm still waiting for Linda Keltzer's. Oh, hi, Donna Marie. Donna Marie's here, a good friend. Okay, there we go. I see it. I see Linda's question. Says done, done, done. There we go. So next up, we have Suzanne, who is asking, what surgery did they do on me? Okay. Can you tell me what race? This is benevolent surgery. Very good. Okay. Okay. What race, please? Are they Syrians? Are they her guides? Show me where. No? What is it for? Suzanne, let me know. Is the pain that you're experiencing somewhere in near the solar plexus area? I'm feeling it burning right now. Oop. But I'm getting that the they that you're talking about who did the surgery, they were doing it for like your highest good, and it's not the direct cause of the pain. No, okay. But I'm also seeing, hold on, let me get more information. But the people or the race that actually did the surgery were Syrian guides, or your Syrian guides. So it's not something that you are, or it's not something that you need to be scared of. Unless there's another surgery prior to that they're not showing me. Solar plexus burning. Was it a surgery for her solar plexus? Okay. The surgery that they did for you was actually for somewhere in your solar plexus. That's why if it's not the pain that you're experiencing, it's not related to that, is what I'm getting. Oh, Suzanne says, I'm curious, not scared. There is an upgrade, is what they're telling me. An upgrade on your solar plexus that the Syrian guides, your Syrian guides, assisted with. But it's not connected with the pain. Especially if you're telling me that it's not the part that's painful, because it's what I'm feeling right now. The solar plexus area is something that they upgraded in you. But I hope that helps. Just to let you know, it's not connected to the pain. It's not why you're feeling pain. Suzanne says that makes sense to me. I'm glad. Thank you so much for trusting me to do this reading for you. I really hope that helps. Okay. Hi, Delphi. I changed the time today. I will keep this time on for December. I will have guests on December. I'll have kids around me, so I might not be able to do it an hour later. There we go. Next up, we have Linda Keltzer, who is asking, is there something from a past life or current life affecting me now? Okay. Angel Metaterm, could you please show me a past lifetime of Linda that's affecting her right now for her highest good, please? Middle East. She a ninja? Was she a ninja? Okay, sorry. I got distracted by the vision. Initially, I was having trouble processing it because the vision that they were showing me, Linda, was something of a night. It was a night scene. Like, I couldn't make out shapes, and there was this shadow moving around, and that shadow turned out to be you. And I asked, "What is she, a ninja?" And they were like, "Yeah, you were bishop, female, male. You were male in this lifetime." And this was in Japan. You were a ninja at some point. I kid you not, you were a ninja. I can't see you properly. That's why I don't really recognize whether you are a man or a woman, but you were a male in this lifetime. You were a ninja. You were operating near a mountain, is what they're showing me, or mountains. It was in a mountainous area. Okay. What was her mission? How is this affecting her in this lifetime? Are you a very secretive person, Linda? Because they're telling me that just like being a ninja, it was a secret for you. Like, not a lot of people knew that you operated as a ninja. And it's something that you carry with you, like secrecy is something that you still carry with you. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's the impression that I'm getting. Oh, hello, Maria Salentine. Questions are not closed. This is the final mini reading that we will be doing right now. But I will be back again on Wednesday with Annie Bear. Standing in the light with Annie Bear. I'm not sure if I will be posting or simulcasting that, but I will definitely post the link so we all find it. Oh, Linda is saying yes, very much so. That secrecy, that protection of your privacy stems from that lifetime that you had in Japan because you had to be very careful of who knew you during that lifetime. If your identity is revealed to the wrong people, it can mean your death, at least in that lifetime as a ninja. Because you did a lot of, like, should I call it black operations? Covert operations. You did a lot of covert operations during that time, but they're telling me that it is affecting you right now because you feel like you still need to protect your privacy and hold a lot of things in private and just like total secrecy on things. Okay, why are you revealing this lifetime for her? Yes. Is it still serving her? Okay. They're telling me that they're revealing this one. They're showing me this one and letting you know about this lifetime as an angel because it's a question that you can pose to yourself after this life and then when you go um back to your life. Oh, Linda says that makes sense. I don't trust. Yeah. They're telling me, or the Akashic Records masters are telling me that they're showing this because you need to pose a question to yourself like, is this overcautiousness still serving me right now? Or is it something that is not allowing me to connect with people who really care about me? They want me to pose you that question. But I hope that helps, Linda. And I hope that helps you also make sense of things. Make that connection that, oh, I'm being secretive and it's connected with this past life as an angel. Which, if I might say, it's very cool. I haven't seen anything like this, Linda. So I hope that helps, and thank you so much again for trusting me to do this reading for you. So that is hi KK. Maria, questions are now closed. Um Again, I will be back again on Wednesday with Annie Bear 7 of the Seven Feathers or 7F. Annie Bear 7F. For now we are going to close the Akashic Records. Let's take a deep breath. We smell the flower and blow out the candles. I would like to close by thanking the masters, teachers, and loved ones for their love and compassion. I would like to close by thanking the Akashic Records masters for their point of view. And I would like to close by thanking the divine source for all the knowledge and healing. The records are now closed, amen. The records are now closed, amen. The records are now closed, amen. Your energy stays with you and my energy stays with me. I do Soul Cloud is weekly. For the month of December, I will be doing it at 4 p.m. EST. I usually post the links at least the day before. So please check that out, Maria. Next week, we don't have a set. Oops, we don't have a set. Hi, Lulu, you didn't get drawn today, but I will be back again next week for another episode of Soul Cloud. So I hope to see you again all there. Till then, peace out. See you soon.